What's up, everybody? D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing a little Godzilla discussion video. This one's not really Godzilla Minus One specific, nor is it Godzilla X Kong centric. I mean, this one's kind of a general discussion on both in a way. I wanted to go back and get some good old-fashioned 2016 vibes, so in this video, join me for an unscripted, off-the-cuff discussion about what I would like to see in the upcoming Godzilla Minus One trailer, which drops in just a few hours, and also what I think Legendary and Warner Bros. Could learn from Toho. Let's do it. I don't want a script for this video. I want this one to be pretty loose because I feel like if I write a script, I'm going to go on for longer than I want. Really, why I'm making this video is for two reasons. Number one, because I just kind of want to speculate about what could be in the Godzilla Minus One trailer, and also because I just kind of want to open up the discussion on advertising these movies in general. But most of all, and most importantly, I want to use it to announce that I'm going to wait to watch the Minus One trailer until tomorrow morning. I was planning on staying up tonight. I thought my family was going to be out of town today. They're not. They're coming home any minute now. So my whole plan to stay up and react to the trailer when it dropped, kind of not going to do that, because I don't want to keep them up. This is going to be my supplemental discussion for the night, and then tomorrow morning I'll hit the ground running with the trailer reaction, the breakdown, all that good stuff. I guess I just wanted to say what I'm expecting from it, and what I'm expecting is something that's going to be around 1 to 2 minutes. I think it'll probably be closer to 2 minutes, about 1:45-ish. I'm thinking it will be primarily a music-oriented trailer, and here's why I think they're going to do this, is because if you pay attention to the marketing and advertising in Shin Godzilla, it was very deliberate. Shin Godzilla used almost no dialogue. I mean, I can't think of a single trailer that had dialogue. Maybe some of the TV spots did. Oh, some of the TV spots definitely did, but none of the main trailers did. All of the main trailers were just soundtrack. The reason that Toho does that, if you're wondering, it's because it's more international. It's widespread. Anybody from anywhere can watch that, and they don't need to re-edit a trailer or add subtitles or anything. All they need to do is switch out the title cards to English, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. I think Toho is going to drop this trailer a couple hours later. Godzilla America will drop the trailer, and that will have the English updated title slides. I'm expecting it to expand upon the teaser we saw last night. I don't think it's going to necessarily build upon the teaser we saw originally. However, I do think a lot of that footage will be in this. I think a lot of the footage we've seen already is going to build up about 1 minute's worth of this trailer, and then there will probably be about 40 seconds to a minute worth of new footage. I think they're probably going to follow a Shin Godzilla styled arc with something exciting right at the start, and then it slows down into more of the human stuff. I'm excited to learn who the cast list for this movie is. It's incredibly rare for Japanese movies to not announce the cast lists way ahead of time, and we still don't know who's even in this movie. I'm hoping to see some exciting, friendly faces to the Godzilla franchise pop up, and I'm also hoping to see some maybe interesting international actors pop up in here. Not like a big star from America or anything, but I'm excited to see if they're going to bring in an American presence into this movie, as we hear in the teaser, there's a lot of English voices rattling off, and I do think some of those radio chatters are going to be sprinkled throughout this new trailer. Even though I said I think it's going to be largely music-oriented, I think a lot of that radio chatter will be sprinkled in here still. And I'm expecting to see a little bit of Godzilla. I don't think we're going to see his full design in action. I think we'll probably get one grand shot of Godzilla in action, but I think on the whole it's going to be like snippets of the feet. I definitely obviously think we're going to get that wide shot of the feet walking down the street, and then I think we're going to get some sprinkles in of like his tail smashing through stuff and him knocking stuff down and whatnot. I think it'll be primarily focused on the attack sequence that happens in the first trailer, that daytime attack sequence in the market. The reason is because Shin Godzilla focused almost the entirety of their advertising campaign on Godzilla's very first attack in his third form. When Godzilla and the military duke it out in that city on the way to Tokyo. I forget what that city was, but in that pop-up city on the way to Tokyo, Godzilla and the military duke it out, and that was almost the entirety of the Shin Godzilla ad campaign, mixed in with human scenes and humans just reacting. That's kind of what I think they're going to do here. I think Godzilla's market attack, which I'm assuming is going to be his first on-screen Godzilla official attack, assuming the evolution theory is correct. I think Godzilla's first official attack is going to be this market attack, and I think that's going to be the bulk of this trailer. It's going to be a lot of people reacting to post-war, a lot of people reacting, a lot of history, and then I think it'll be a couple quick shots of Godzilla destroying this market, with maybe like 1 or 2 nighttime shots or a teaser for the atomic breath at the very end of the teaser, just like what they did with Shin Godzilla. That's what I'm hoping for, because that will leave us with a lot of ambiguity about what the story is, and that's what I really wanted to focus on here, is just the importance of how special it is that we truly know nothing. We don't know the cast for this movie. We don't know the composer for it, although I do think we're going to finally hear the proper main theme for this movie. I think that theme that was played in the countdown teaser teaser and played in the teaser last night. That's going to build out the main theme for this movie, and I'm excited to hear that thing, the full thing. I think we're going to get about a minute's worth of it, a minute to 2 minutes worth of it. Full song will probably clock in almost at 4 minutes. I'm just totally basing that on Shin Godzilla, but that's my thought. I'm really excited because we know so little about this movie. We don't know how big of a presence will America have. We hear American radio chatter. Is America going to be this faceless entity where we just see their ships and tanks and planes get destroyed, but we don't really see them? I don't know. Oh, I do think a lot of the trailer will be focused on the mystery at sea, the destruction of these ships, Godzilla swimming through the ocean, maybe some shots of ships blowing up or him swimming around. That will be great. I'm so excited for it. And this level of excitement that I've been seeing in the fandom lately, it's so special. And it's so exciting to be able to speculate about stupid things like, what's Godzilla's roar going to be? Is it just going to be this 54 roar, or are they going to have some other Showa update roars sprinkled in there? Will they use any Heisei roars? Who knows? Or things like, what color is his atomic breath? Like things that we would never ever question in the MonsterVerse because it's not really relevant and we know some of the answers already because of the previous films. This being a standalone film, it's so special to just guess about, is it a solo Godzilla movie? Is it a versus film? And it's got so much chatter, not just within the fan base, but Godzilla Minus One has gotten a lot of mainstream attention. It's trending all the time. It's just huge in Japan and huge overseas. It's got a really big overseas presence, obviously, because it's an overseas film. But even in America, I've seen a lot of Americans talking about it. I hear people talk about this movie all the time. It's just got a level of buzz around it that I really haven't seen in the fan base since Shin Godzilla. And I think a lot of that comes from not just the mystique and grandiose feeling of a Japanese Godzilla film, not an American one, but a Japanese Godzilla film. I think a lot of it also has to do with the fact that Toho is just smarter than Legendary and Warner Bros. I really like Legendary. I think Legendary does a pretty good job overall, but Warner Bros does not know how to market movies. Warner hasn't known how to market a movie since like 2015. Kong Skull Island's advertising campaign started out really mysterious and amazing, and then for some reason rapidly shifted into just showing everything all the time, always. So much footage was released for that movie. Godzilla King of the Monsters clocked in at about 19 minutes worth of footage revealed. We had seen the whole freaking movie. We saw Burning Godzilla. We saw Mothra die in the trailer. She dies in the trailer. We saw Rodan get clapped in the trailer by Ghidorah. We saw so many of the big moments in the trailer. Ghidorah's missing head, the oxygen destroyer, everything was in the trailers for King of the Monsters. And Godzilla vs. Kong rolls around and there's so little time to advertise because of the COVID release date of that movie. But even then, they put Kong getting his ass kicked. They put the final blow in the trailer. Godzilla stomping his chest and roaring in his face was in the trailer. Kong dead on the ground needing to be revived. Mechagodzilla just up and moving around was in the trailer. It's like they have no subtlety. They have no awareness about what truthfully captivates audiences. They think what captivates audiences is showing them the best moments. That's so stupid. Rethink your marketing strategy. Showing us all the best moments is not a great way to get us in the theater. It's a good way to make us go, I've seen all of the special things, so I could wait till streaming. I don't really need to see this because I've already seen it. There's so many movies like this that I watch the trailer and I'm like, I don't need to see this because I've already seen it. Just take a step back and go subtle with it. Toho is so clever. Their advertising is so clever, and Toho really clamped down on spoilers for Godzilla Minus One. I mean, Godzilla's design was something that we had no idea what it would look like until there it was. Even the existence of this movie, we didn't learn about it until they wanted us to learn about it. We will learn about the next Legendary film long before they tell us about it. Godzilla X Kong, we knew that thing was coming all the way back in 2021. We knew that was going to come. We just didn't know what it was going to be called or what would be in it. I just think it's so crazy the way that Toho is so clever and smart and tight-knit. Like, they didn't even allow cell phones on set for Godzilla Minus One because they wanted to restrict spoilers that heavily. We don't even know what the cast for this movie is. I cannot stress enough how weird that is. The movie comes out in 2 months. 2 months from now, and we don't even know who's in it. It is so strange and exciting, and Toho just knows what they're doing. They know how to build this mystery that now engages people. People are now working with the marketing to say, oh, I see this little glimpse. I wonder what that is. You know, we're connecting dots on our own. We're not being force-fed information, and we're not being force-fed exposition. We're just seeing little glimpses and then trying to piece together the story from there. It's just wonderful. I really love it. I love the feeling of not knowing what this movie is going to be. I'm hopeful that Toho sticks to their guns and does what they did with Shin Godzilla, which is give us a really cryptic ad campaign. We knew so little about Shin Godzilla until the movie dropped in Japan. It's easy to forget that before the movie came out in Japan, we did not know about Godzilla's multiple forms, nor did we know about Godzilla's shooting beams out of his back or out of his tail. There may be some slight rumblings about some alternate forms based on figures that we were getting, but we didn't know. We had no idea. Same way that there's a lot of rumblings about if there's going to be a second monster in this movie, and we still don't know. The fact that people can say, well, I'm making an educated guess that we probably will based on Bandai, well, there you go. That's still a guess. It's not definitive. And that's what Toho does so well. Toho gives us enough to engage us and make us use our brains, which then gets us to think about the movie more. It gets us to remember it more. It gets us more excited, more engaged. And it just creates this overall atmosphere that I don't see in the fandom much these days. And it's just so wonderful to see. So to Legendary and Warner Bros. With Godzilla X Kong the New Empire, pay your actors so they can advertise the movie and then we can talk about it for reals, please. But beyond that, be clever with your advertising. Don't just give it all away. And I know they're gonna. I know that there's a lot of cool stuff in this movie that they're gonna want to show off, and they'll think that one little thing that's gonna happen to Kong, then he'll get a new weapon because of it. We're gonna save that for the movie. Meanwhile, we're gonna put all of the new monsters and all of the bad guys and all of this and all of that in the trailers, but there is still that thing that we can then go around claiming that, oh, not all the surprises are revealed. It's just silly. Like, for real. Toho has been doing it right for years. And not always. Toho didn't always. Their old Godzilla films, the trailers were aggressively spoiler heavy, told the whole film from start to finish, and there was no point seeing it. Getting into the Reiwa era, they have known what they were doing. Even the anime films had wonderful marketing campaigns. The anime films were able to build hype that the movies couldn't even deliver on. Shin Godzilla had such an incredible ad campaign. It was so clever and smart and exciting. Godzilla Singular Point, I thought, was advertised very well. They just know what they're doing, and I hope Legendary and Warner Bros. Takes a step back, learns from Toho, and doesn't give us all the answers, engages us through teases, the way that they did back in 2014. And the reason that the 2014 ad campaign was the most successful of the MonsterVerse to date is because it gave us the least answers. So that's what I'm hoping for out of tonight. I'm hoping that the trailer comes out, that it gives us some incredible visuals, and gives us a great sense of atmosphere and mood and tension, and we hear the music, and I hope it does not give us many or any answers. I hope we're still left scratching our heads trying to piece together what exactly it was we saw for ourselves, because that is what's gonna last. And with that, I'll end it here, guys. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. I really appreciate the support. If you'd like to support the Patreon, you can use the link in the description below. What did you think about this? What are you looking for from the trailer? If it's already out, I hope things went the way I wanted, but what is your favorite type of ad campaign? Are you the type of person who likes to see all the answers? Crazy if you are, but explain. I'd love to hear why. Are you the type of person who likes to engage and be excited and thrilled by the mystery? Let me know down below. What are you hoping for from Godzilla Minus One? Please tell me down below. I will see you tomorrow for the trailer reaction and the trailer review. Until then, I'm going to be doing my best to stay offline to dodge spoilers. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time for the next one. D-Man out.